Good evening and welcome to Newshour. I'm Salma Taba. Coming up in tonight's edition of Newshour. First Recon Company commences work on the Bomatru Junk Road. Minister of Local Government says government decision to lay off region chiefs is in the best interest of peace and stability. A new acting principal of Milton College of Education and Technology takes over office. All the stories and more, including business and sports news, are lined up tonight. Welcome to the news. Following the commissioning of the start of the Bomatru Jong Road construction by President Bill, works have commenced by First Recon to be completed within 4 years. During a site visit by the media and various stakeholders, the general manager of the First Recon, Remi Olomeyiwa, said they have commenced site works with the commencement of brushing. He noted that machines and tractors have been assembled at the project site. Ibrahim Summa reports.
Clearing at the project site has commenced, which will be followed by physical works. Tractors and other machines have already been assembled, indicating that all other materials involved have been put in place. According to reports, the over 100-kilometer stretch of road will not only cover Bomatru Jong but also the Moyamba Shenge and Pujon Bundapi roads. The project would have been started in 2015 but was delayed, reason best known, until when it was commissioned by President Bill a week ago, making the projects a priority road under the new direction agenda. Before this clearing and upgrading of the roads, the Bomatru-Jong Road was one of the deplorable roads in the country, making transport fare and prices of other commodities, especially agricultural produce from that part of the country, to be on the increase as compared to other districts. Updating the media, General Manager First Tricon Remi Olumiyiwayi said the project is a 4-year road project and assured of doing quality work and on time. He said Tricon has the required machinery and the manpower.
Paramount Chief and the District Council Chairman, they are here because they are the ones who are in charge of the people. They can talk to the people. We don't even know the people. All we can do is, we are contractors, they can tell us to get out. But when the Paramount Chief and the District Council Chairman approach them, I know that they will know that, yes, this is for development. You know, I said earlier, it's a time of discomfort for very many people. But you see, government is poised towards ensuring that if your house is affected, if your property is affected, you will be duly compensated. Notice by each of the bridges and the culverts, you can see that we're already erecting safety apparatus for us, for you to know that, yes, we are widening the road, but this bridge or this culvert is narrow, so you must be careful. And of course, you have warning signs here and there, so we're making sure that safety is number one. We don't want to compromise that because no life will be lost during the period that we're doing this. Okay.
Paramount Chief of Kakwa Chiefdom Prince Lapia Boima and Chairman Bo District Council Joseph Musa Bindi lauded President Biyo for considering the Bomatru John Road, saying that their people have been finding it very difficult to ply the road. They promised monitoring the construction work to ensure that quality works are done, saying that they will also engage affected communities and property owners.
I have never, no one will be happy for a delay in any project. But what I am seeing now, it is never too late.
Never. The President has committed himself to do this job, and he has given a timeline by 2021. This road must be complete.
Representatives from SLR, EDSA and Salwako assured of the fullest cooperation when physical work commenced in earnest, saying that they will be working with the contractors to help identify the properties to avoid any further delays.
The newly appointed chairman of the National Assets Commission, Abu Hindolo Musire, has assured the people of Sierra Leone that he will put in place a comprehensive digital data for government assets and property. He made this assurance while taking over as a new chairman of the commission at New England. Yvette Goldsmith reports.
Mr. Chairman, I want you to know that I will humbly take up from where you stop, and that notwithstanding, the commission is always open to you. And I also want you to know that we'll count on you for further advices.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The National Assets and Government Property Commission was established by an Act of Parliament in 1990 for the control and identification of all national assets and government property. The Commission's mandates include, but not limited to, the maintenance and improvement of such property and monitoring of their use. The newly appointed chairman, Abu Indolo Musire, said he will enforce a comprehensive digital data of government property and assets, as was promised under the President's New Direction Manifesto. He said his administration will work with line ministries to see that national assets and public property are properly utilized.
The commission don't be in existence since 1990. And the commission get a statutory document where I think say actually I will get for comfort. Definitely we get, and we make sure say we set up a website when people go able to access information about the commission, and we'll make sure we get a comprehensive digital data for actually showcase all government property there at the country.
The outgoing chairman of the National Assets and Government Property Commission, Ambassador Idrissa Funa, said the commission is responsible for the development of national assets, register, identify and control government assets and properties, and improve them. He noted that the commission developed a comprehensive project proposal that will seek to address 6 goals for the 3 years with a total of 43 billion loans, and to also formulate a national asset management policy. He commended the current government focus on eliminating leakages, maintaining the national assets and government property. He said if positioned well both financially and politically, the commission will help government save about 20% of government recurrent expenses. The Executive Secretary, National Assets and Government Property Commission, Frank Lawson, assured the chairman of their support to promote the new direction. Newshour, Yvette Goldsmith, Freetown.
For the acting principal of the Milton Margai College of Education and Technology, Dr. Philip Kanu, has been formally presented to the college by the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Higher and Technical Education, Gilbert Cooper. The appointment came at a time when the college is in dire need of a revamp of its facility and academia. The move follows his appointment by President Bio as caretaker principal of the college. Soreba Soma reports.
The acting principal, Dr. Philip Kanu, was presented by the Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, Gilbert Cooper. Mr. Cooper said the appointment of Dr. Kanu is in line with the President's commitment to depoliticize the educational sector. He said the ministry did its due diligence and came up with Dr. Kanu, whom, according to him, is best for the job and can deliver. The acting principal of Milton Margai, Dr. Philip John Kanu, said the day was indeed a new dawn and that he is pleased to have been picked up by President Bio. Mr. Kanu also thanked the Sierra Leone People's Party for reposing such a huge confidence on him and by making the party an all-open one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the SLPP This is something that I am very proud of. SLPP, it is a one country, one people. Devoid of tribe, devoid of any other thing. I am a Table man. I'm a party that is highly dominated by Mende. But looking at me and trying to bring me up to this level, I want to salute you.
He pledged his commitment to support President Madabio's New Direction agenda towards education. Dr. Kanu recalled some years back when he was embattled and thrown away for what he said was a right cause well fought for. He said he considers himself to be the redeemer and liberator of the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology.
I want us to put what happened several years back. I think you should see me as the Joseph the Dreamer, who was sent out, who was sold by his brothers. You people sold me for better things. And honestly, I accept that one. For some of my colleagues who went to the radio to talk, I accept you. For some of you who went to the newspaper to write, I accept you and I have forgiven you long ago. Please, let us move this college.
He assured the staff of the college that he will not be dealing with the issues of the past, but rather he came to restore the institution's lost glory. Milton Magai College of Education and Technology was established in 1963 as a private higher education body. The college was officially accredited by the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in 2000 and transformed into a polytechnic.
A district-focused development organization, Concerned Women of Kono District, has supported the Koidu School for the Blind with food and non-food items worth millions of leons. The gesture, which took place at the Koidu School for the Blind, was witnessed by stakeholders of Kono District. Maya Masuma reports.
The Koidu School for the Blind was founded in September 1988 by Tamba Matthew Beshi, a physically challenged Kono indigene. The school was open to give better education to the blind and vulnerable children in the district. CEO of the organization, Tiwa Kaifalakai Machiandi, based in the United States of America, said that the organization is planning to expand operations in all the 14 chiefdoms in the district. She said they will ensure a brighter future for women through empowerment to positively contribute to nation building. She appealed to government and humanitarian organizations to support the blind. Chairman of the event, Honorable Rebecca Kamara of Constituency 029 in Tankara Chiefdom, thanked the organization for their support towards the school. She said as the first female honorable, she will join her colleague MPs to support the school.
Today na big day, like any other day. At the time una say, una go physically challenge with una eye, but una not challenge with una brain. If we were to see, we eye open with the see, we foot the equal with the waka, we are the equal. Una, something they want una they do, people they admire una. Because una focus na one. And I believe say, the focus on again na one, na focus of development. Yeah, today, like any other time, concern woman, they're always concerned about. And me self buy the idea of concerned women, and me self concerned about una.
Wow. A certificate of honor and appreciation was awarded by the concerned women to the first female MP in the district. Proprietor and founder of the Koidu School for the Blind, Tamba Matthew Beshi, appreciated concerned women of Kono District for their support in providing food items for them. He said the items will go a long way in addressing the needs of the school. President of the organization, Princess Pratt, said they decided to support the school after conducting a feasibility study on the school, which shows the many challenges faced the kids in the school.
As
our organization name concerned. We are very, very much concerned, and we picked School for the Blind so that we should concern for them. We previously donated assorted items again, like what we did today, and also we gave them clothing. We also rehabilitate the toilets that they are using. We do everything necessary to make sure that they also feel and feel like how we that are seen feel like us.
Jeremiah Giga, a teacher at the school, explains some of their ordeals.
There's no better place for our village. There's no better beds. So we need help from various people to come in and assist the Query School for the Blind. Well, we are very much happy for the concerned women that this is the right time to come to our aid to donate this food item. I believe this food will take us through until we'll be using this food until we get our subvention.
Representative Council of Paramount Chiefs, Kono District, Tamba Emmanuel Tochifoyo, thanked the organization for their support. He said as custodians of the land, they will do their best to support the school. SLBC TV, Mariama Soma reporting.
The Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security, under the Smallholder Commercialization and Agribusiness Development Project and the World Bank, have awarded a grant of over $4 million to 9 agribusiness enterprises in the country at UE Building. The Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Sam King-Brimer, was hopeful that the grant will address financial constraints and improve on smallholder farmers to grow to a commercialized business agriculture. Yvette Goldsmith reports.
I already said something about rice. Rice is very important as a signature crop that we're promoting. And Mr. Tijan Keller is a well-known rice farmer. We are hoping he uses expertise and this cash, this amount, this fund in particular to promote more rice production.
9 agro-business enterprises were awarded the grant, which include the Family Poultry Allied Agro Enterprise, Mountain Lion, Paja and U Limited, and Abaja Rice Development Company. Project coordinator for the Smallholder Commercialization Agri Development Project, Suleiman Sisse, said the project is meant to address the critical constraints players in the agriculture sector faced in accessing finance. He noted that the focus of the government is to support smallholder farmers through the scheme and that the project started in March last year. Project coordinator added that government has recruited KPMG to manage and facilitate the project, finance to maintain accountability and transparency.
The business development project, now a project at the Ministry of Agriculture. So as part of the project, we get a scheme we call the Sierra Leone Agribusiness Development Fund. This scheme now a scheme where they provide funding to the private sector, particularly the agribusinesses that where they work with small farmers. So this first set, because now competitive process, when a KPMG they manage that process there. So all man they apply, we get interest, they assess una, and the final one for this first call now 9 agribusiness systems, and then they approve for work with their small farmers. Then the total money for go to them now $4.5 million. Now for go to that 9 agribusiness system there, where they approve for this first call. So far, now just the signing of the agreement, whilst they work out the modalities there for transfer the money to them. But that money will also the 4.5 million now over a 3-year period. But then important for also mention, say, like how the project they put in $4.5 million so, the agribusinesses themselves, they match that money they or because they matching grants. Themselves they put their own money to the tune of at least $4.5 million.
KPMG team leader Kweku Fraser said the project started with 73 farmers after thorough application evaluation. The Development Secretary, Minister of Finance Sam Pakra, stressed on farming as a business. He appealed to the grantees to work actively with smallholder farmers to use the money to add value to their produce for food sufficiency in the country. He said he believed that smallholder farmers can take Sierra Leone to a sustainable structure of business farming and call on World Bank to add the component so that Sierra Leone can grow its own food. World Bank team leader Ade Freeman said the move to commercialize agriculture and to design the project component is essential. He said lessons learned from Sierra Leone will be used in other countries and called on the grantees to use it wisely so that Sierra Leone will be a role model. For Newshour, Yvette Goldsmith, Freetown.
Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Anthony Brewer has said that the government decision to lay off region chiefs is in the best interest of peace and stability in the affected chiefdoms. Nasruddin Kurma has been following unfolding events on the issue and now reports.
Meeting with paramount chiefs and other key stakeholders in Makeni City on Saturday, the 29th of July 2017, former President Ernest Bai Koroma made a pronouncement on the rebirth of new chiefdoms and districts. According to him, the British colonial administration established 217 chiefdoms and 13 districts in the first place. Subsequent to their amalgamation, 147 chiefdoms emerged, mainly because of economic, social, and political reasons, to the annoyance of some chiefs. The former president had reminded the nation that the post-Civil War Truth and Reconciliation Report captured awkward past history. Under the Republican Constitution of 1971, the government, by Shaka Probin Stevens, saw the need to increase the 147 amalgamated chiefdoms by 2 more chiefdoms that resulted to 149 chiefdoms. The past Koroma government brought to existence an additional 41 chiefdoms with the 2017 the amalgamation process, increasing the number of chiefdoms to 190. Region chiefs were appointed as caretakers in the new chiefdoms. Their service has been now terminated by the new government of President Bio. The Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Anthony Brewer, told SLBC that government's decision to terminate the service of region chiefs right across the country is to reinstate tranquility in the various chiefdoms. The minister explained that their findings reveal that there had been considerable level of intimidation reported by the people in the various chiefdoms, which prompted the reaction of his ministry.
We first of all went around the country to inaugurate the councils. We had a series of complaints from stakeholders in those regions, complaining about the region chiefs' intimidation in their various localities. And because of that, after consideration of those complaints, when we came back, we decided that the best solution is to change the region chiefs, remove those old ones and install new ones. We're talking about the whole country.
Yeah.
It's the whole country we change the region chiefs. You understand? Not one area. Some people are making noise about it. They thought that it's only for. They don't know. We've done so in the east and region. We've done so in the south. In fact, the north is the last place we went to.
The Local Government and Rural Development Minister unfolds plans to hold paramount chieftaincy elections in the affected chiefdoms in due course. The 2009 chieftaincy law provides for the qualification, election, powers, functions, and removal of persons as paramount chief. Paramount chiefs are elected by chiefdom councillors according to the law, and that persons serving as region chiefs are not qualified to contest paramount chieftaincy. SLBC News, Nasruddin Kurma.
One Family People, in collaboration with Kids Advocacy Network and daycare partners, have ended a leadership and career mentoring activity for children outside at Hotel 510. The event was organized in commemoration of the African Child's Day under a project called Her Choice Campaign. Francis Danema reports.
The event attracted all categories of children, including those with disabilities. Some of the participants with disabilities told the children that they have gone through a lot of challenges. Some of them noted that they have attained such heights due to determination to succeed. They urged other children to stand tall amidst numerous challenges ranging from sexual harassment, provocation, child labor, child marriage, and teenage pregnancy. Executive Director, Kids Advocacy Network, Edmond Alim Fona said the activity has helped them to spot some talents in the children that they will develop.
Every year we use this day as a day to advocate to government to do more for children, and also we use this day as a day for us to see how best we can also inspire vulnerable girls across the country. So basically, today we organized a leadership and career mentoring forum and also a talent show for girls. We are brought women that are exemplary in their career, young women, to share their lifetime story with them and also see how best they can connect with them and inspire them. Creating the platform for them for them to exhibit their talent, that is one. And also after that is for us to see how best we can work with them and network them with mentors or people that have similar talents to mentor them, and also create bigger platform wherein they can showcase their talent both nationally and internationally.
Director Dikai Partners, Masa Kaikai, said the session would increase the confidence and participation of children. She called on government and other partners to enhance the potentials of children.
This is my first event for the Day of the African Child in Sierra Leone, and I think it was a success. We had a really strong turnout of kids and not a lot of, officials, and I think it was really the kids' day. So it was a really beautiful day with them entertaining each other, a lot of peer mentors, and them feeling sort of encouraged by each other, which is really important because at the end of the day, it's kids who are going to motivate kids to do better for themselves and better for this country. One of the most important things in this country right now is really to push for the arts and culture development of Sierra Leone and encouraging children, because I think that, we all function with two halves of our brains. One half is really focused on, entertainment, literature, and the other one is more scientific. So you have kids who are really into, culture and activities that are sort of like more.
Several performances by the Walpolians and the children climaxed the ceremony. SLBC News, Francis Ndanema reporting.
Up next is sports with Esther Maris Sumura.
Hello and welcome to Sports Updates on Newshour. In this edition, Hamadai football team have been crowned champions of the 10th edition of the Abu Kabakawu Trophy. Hamadai claimed a pole position against Boombox State FC with a hard-fought 5-4 win in a post-penalty shootout after a 2-2 draw in the 90th minute of the match. The final was graced by a host of high-profile personalities and football-loving fans at the Maisaka playing field in Maisaka. Here is the report.
Committee and also National Olympic Committee Sierra Leone and Abu Kabakago, aka the Super Ramadan Football Tournament. And now, the big moment. Ladies and gentlemen, champions, Abdul Kabaka, Hammer Tribe.
It was the most talked about football finals in Maisiaka. Thousands of supporters were in attendance to witness the 2018 Abdul Kabakabo football finals. Bomboli Street's football team took the lead in the match before Hammer Drive settled into the game after the interval, and Ali Sise of Hammer Drive FC provided his team with a penalty which he converted into a goal that eventually led to a post-game penalty, which Hammer Drive won by 5-4. Abdul Kabakabo, sponsor of the competition, thanks the people of Maisaka for their continued cooperation in making the league a successful one. He presented 2 sets of jersey and footballs to Abubakar Bangwa, the chairman of the town team, which is expected to be used by the town team in future competition.
Whether Bomoli Street, Amateur or what, we all want to take part. As far as we're concerned, we are all winners. We're happy that this tournament ends so without much of problems. Now, for promote and develop the town team, who will enter, SNFA organize, we don't decide for donate a set of full jersey, footballs, and so to the town team. So now, we have to make a symbolic presentation here to the town team, where the chairman and Amma, so they donate this to the town team, the Jazz Indiana, take very good care of them. And we hope say this time around, we want to see Mashaka or Koya play now Tofa League or now SNFA Sponsor League.
Ali Sise won the highest goal, best goal and best player award. According to him, he is excited to have won these awards and spoke more about his commitment.
Then I don't go 3 times final projection at the winner. They are very proud to bring this tournament.
Certificates and medals were distributed to deserving football administrators, community stakeholders, commentators, journalists, and both the runners-up Bomboli Street football team and 2018 winners Hammer Drive FC, with Hammer Drive giving the Giant Trophy. Esther Mahisama, SLBC TV. In the match between Fuller Town and Mountain City, football teams have left one seriously injured, houses and properties destroyed at the main state axis in Freetown. This came following a riotous conduct from some football fans going home from the Siaka Stevens Stadium in Freetown. Details of that story will meet you in a subsequent program. And in the international scene, England have secured the first victory after they defeated Tunisia by 2-1 in the World Cup in Russia. That's the latest update in sports. Thanks for watching.
That was SMR Sports Update, and that's with sports, we round things up on news this evening. But before we go, the main points again. First Strike and Company has commenced construction work on the Boma-Trujong Road. Minister of Local Government has said that government's decision to lay off region chiefs across the country is in the best interest of peace and stability. A new acting principal of Milton Magai College of Education and Technology has taken over office. That's all in the news this evening. Many thanks to the news editor Ibrahim Ansari and the rest of the production team. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Salma Tabak. Good night.